I think we're good. Let us know, folks. It looks like that last Windows update has apparently messed about with all my settings. That's great to know. We're good. Right, I'll do the intro again, folks. Welcome in to A Question of Twitch Sports. And I am joined by three of the finest football vloggers in the UK that you'll find right now. I can see Goggsy screwing his face up a wee bit there, so let's hope that he's let's hope he's not taking that too harshly. I'll start with, I'm going to say the same joke again because it's funny to me. The man who says a Torquay shirt is exotic because apparently it has palm trees on it. I speak, of course, of Juddy, the penalty taking Guru Maestro, how'd I put it? How you doing, mate?
Look where the wind's going. I'm good, mate, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, looking forward to this. Second up, we have Mr. Sam North, all things non-league and old school stadiums aren't in use anymore. How you doing, my man? Welcome in.
Yeah, we need an abandoned stadiums round or something like that, and I think I could take this quiz home. If not, it might be coming home. It might not be coming home.
I was going to say, coming home didn't really work for you last month, did it?
No, so I'm hoping the quiz can fill that gap. So there we go.
Well, we'll soon find out. And finally, Motherwell's finest, who is totally not upset about what just happened the other night. Goggsy, how you doing, mate? Welcome in.
I mean, the second intro was going so well until you mentioned last week.
That penalty shootout was fixed, by the way.
But thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. Can I just point out, Cam has just resubbed and said Juddy's penalty shootout was fixed. So I'm giving that throw in there as well. He's not even answering. What?
It's shocking.
He knows he's going to get slagged about the Berwick one later on, so he's keeping his mouth shut at the minute.
Just hope it's not clipped.
But aye, as always, folks, I've done this a couple of times now. These three are going to go head to head with 6 rounds ahead of us. I do have an expanded what happens next again. We've gone back to the 6 rather than 3 just to keep pacing going. Usually goes about 90 minutes. And we'll start off where we always start off, so gents, get your streams up and ready, is the picture round. So here's the board. We're going to start in order, so Juddy will go first. 1 to 6, Juddy, take your pick, any number you like.
5.
Number 5 is a pick. And behind picture number 5, what you're doing here, boys, is name that team. So there's your number 5. And if you don't get this right, it will go for steals.
Right. I meant to say number 6.
Jesus. God. That is hard. Anything non-football related, I'm done, honestly.
Do you know what? I'm going to go, right?
Right.
I'm guessing it's rugby, right?
Right.
And Scottish Power Energy Networks, and there's tartan on it, which means I'm kind of led to believe it could be the Glasgow Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's only pulled out of the bag. It is the correct answer.
Come on!
A strong start for Juddy there, the Glasgow Warriors. I thought it was one of the harder ones around that as well.
Yeah, I'd have gone for the Mighty Ducks.
When you're built like a rugby player, you do have a bit of knowledge regarding the subject.
You've got the girth, you know.
Not the first time I've heard that.
Hey, family show. Strong start. So that gets Juddy off the mark on 2 points. We move on to Sam next up. Any number that is not... What was that? That was number 5, wasn't it? It was. So you can take your pick at any of the rest of them.
Lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4. Right, so behind picture number 4, you have quite a tough one. It's the first time we've had a team that's not not a ball sport, I think.
Unlucky number 4.
I've mixed up a wee bit here. That is Formula 1, but what team is it?
Jesus. Well, I can see a French flag there. I have absolutely no idea about Formula 1, but... is it Renault?
It is not Renault, I'm afraid. So Goggsy is available for the steal.
Is it Aquafresh?
Is it Aquafresh? It's not toothpaste.
I know.
I like the answer though.
Is that aquafresh prawn? So is that a serious answer? You not got a clue?
No, mate, I've no idea. I've never watched Formula One in my puff, so
I'm with you there, Goggsy. What an awful sport. It's not even a sport. Driving isn't a sport.
Juddy,
Yes.
ready for the steal?
Can you put it back up? Can I?
It is there for you now, my friend.
Yeah, it is up. I'm trying. I don't even know. I know Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari. What's the British one? Do you know what? It's French. Right? It doesn't even matter. I don't have a clue. I genuinely don't have a clue.
So nobody gets it. That was Alpine F1.
I was never
If
getting
you're
that.
not an F1 person, you're very unlikely to get it. That was one of the harder ones we've got this round, to be fair. Did anyone
Right,
get it in the
that's
chat? It used to be Renault, to be fair, before they changed their name.
Oh, that's... Come on.
So Z got
That's
it.
a point. That's
Z
a
in the
half
chat
point.
got it. He knew it was Alpine. Nobody else did, though. By the way, Z, Dak, Ellie, Stu, Ollie as well. Come in, how's things? Right. So, we move on to Goggsy. And you have, as soon as I get rid of that car there, 1, 2, 3 or 6, my friend. Which one do you fancy?
we'll go with see as Airdrie scored twice against Motherwell last night. We'll go for number 2.
He's just getting ahead of it because he knows we're going to slag him anyway. Right.
Ruining all my jokes I've wrote down.
I see someone in the chat said I was close. Oh,
You were close. You were close.
Oh man! Wait,
Picture
what?
number 2. There was a lot of chat about this team last night. Is your clue? I think Juddy knows
that
it.
is a
Scooter,
stinker.
Scooter, you're the man.
I'm not Scooby here.
They are an NHL team. But that's all I'm telling you. I'm not giving you any more than that.
NHL, another sport I do not watch.
It's a good solid start for these two, isn't it?
I'm just trying to think of a place in America that starts with S and then snakes.
By the way, Aldo, how you doing? Welcome in just while Goggsy's thinking away. And Ben as well, good to see you guys. I don't think Goggsy's getting it, is he?
I know there's no hope in hell.
He's given up. He's given up. It's Juddy's chance for a steal then.
Right. I know it's. I'm not positive, right? But I seen Scooter tweet about it, right?
Right.
So what I'm coming to is, for some reason, Sea Kraken. That's like SEA Kraken. Like that's it. I think that's the name of the jersey or the team. It might not be the name of the team, but all I can remember was Sea Kraken from yesterday's tweet. So
It's
like,
close, but I can't take it.
so
Is it Seattle
Yeah,
Kraken?
It's Sam's chance to steal it.
Oh shit.
And I know it's close to Sea Kraken now, so I've got to say something weird like the Seattle Sea Snakes or something. But I bet I've just made that up.
It was a Seattle Kraken.
oh no way, man!
I can't give you for sea Kraken. That's a different bloody animal.
If I got Seattle, if there's not another team called from Seattle in the league,
I've got to be strict. I've got to be strict. I'm afraid. Someone
fair
flies
enough.
away.
So I missed out on that.
Two
with
near
three
misses.
letters.
Near miss. I was just waiting for you to say Seattle when you were like talking about like as capital SEA, like they do in
I
American
thought-
sports.
but because it was NHL, I didn't know whether that was Canadian.
Ah.
I know Scooter tweeted out a picture of it and said he wanted one of them, and it was like Sea Kraken, but that's all I can remember.
There's a lot of face palms in the chat, by the way. So, as it stands, one round through, Juddy's the only one that's got some points on the board this year. Let's see if we can change it around. And we'll go back to the board. It is Juddy's pick, 1, 3 or 6.
Well, since I'm sitting first place just now,
Oh,
I
here
think
we
I'll
go.
I think I'll go number 1.
Number 1
This will be a stinker as well.
is another American one.
Oh, that's the Raiders.
From...
Oh. What do you need to know? You
I
don't
need
go.
the team name. You can't just go Raiders.
Is it Oakland Raiders? No, hold on. Yeah, do you know what? I'm sticking Oakland Raiders. First thing came in my head. I'm sticking with it.
Incorrect. They used to be the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, come on with these technicalities, Mozza.
So it comes to Sam.
I think. Is it Vegas? Is it?
He's only gone and stole it. It is the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'll take that.
So Sam is off the mark. 2 points on the board.
I need a steal here.
Quality steal. And it is now your
I'm
pick
happy
as
with
well,
the steal.
Sam. So we'll get back into it. You've got 3
What we got,
or
3 and
6.
6? Ooh, 6 I'll go for.
Number 6 is a pick. And that gives you one of the easier ones, I think. Goggsy knows
That
it.
is,
I know it.
that, I believe that is Forest Green Rovers.
And he's going and taking the lead. You've got
Yes.
to get lucky
Come
in this
on,
and get
football
your.
one. All I needed was a football team. All I needed was a football team.
I've got a funny feeling the last one's a football
Feel
team
for
one as
Goggsy
well.
now.
So
Got,
Right, go on then. Show me the
there
money.
you go.
show you the money, right, Goggsy. The final one was number 3. I don't know how you managed to leave the 2 football ones to the very death. Yours is slightly harder though, Goggsy.
That is. Is it the Kaiser Chiefs?
It is indeed the Kaiser Chiefs. What
There
a
we
shout for Goggsy.
What a shout.
Yes. I was actually wanting to buy that shirt.
That football, we're straight on.
Straight on it with the football. That's why I couldn't make the more of that, you know. But no, it is a belter shirt. I would definitely buy it as well, to be fair. The good news is we're all off the mark. Now that we've finished round 1, we've got Juddy in 2, Goggsy in 2, but Sam leading the way on 4 as we go into round 2.
Done on a technicality.
Another technicality, just like head tennis.
I was waiting on it. Oh, yeah.
He's waited a full
Didn't
round,
take
to be
long.
fair. Yeah, a
Yeah.
full round, Juddy. We'll give him that.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
So round 2, folks, is what happened next. We have, again, 6 of them, so I'll let you go in order and take your picks. And we'll start with you, Juddy. You've got 1 to 6 again. Pick a number, any number.
I'm going to go number 5 again. It done me well last time, so.
Number 5, right.
Number 5.
So feel free to play along in the chat as well, folks. It is a Formula 1 one. So that's all you're getting. It's a very short clip. I'll show you it again if you like.
Oh, you'll need to show me that again.
So basically, there's a big crash. There's a car coming up towards the crash, but what happens next? And I'm going to tell you. No, I'll give you 3 options. Don't worry, you're not shooting in the dark.
Oh, right, okay. Right.
So your options are A, the driver parks up, runs across the track to check on the crashed driver.
Yep, I'm
B.
going with that.
Jesus, that was quick.
Yep.
B, the driver avoids a crashed car but not the loose wheel and bins it into the wall. Or option C, the driver makes a lewd gesture at the crashed driver as he goes past him.
No, I think I remember seeing something about this, and do you know, like 3 AM when you're on YouTube and you can't sleep, and it's like the humanity restored in sportsman-like moments or they kind of videos. I'm positive I've seen this, so I'm going to say it's A.
As he drove by going like that. But before we find out if he's right, the way we do questions like this is we run through all these. So if that's wrong, Sam, you've got 2 options left. Which of them would you go for?
Has to be C.
For the lewd gesture, which leaves Goggsy
Yeah,
with
it's
binning
gotta
it in
be.
the wall when he hits the tyre.
That's fine.
Let's find out what happened, shall we?
Juddy sounds confident, so.
He does. We're about to find out if he's right to be confident.
But it's just the fact that
There you go, he parks up, runs in the way of other F1 cars, by the way, to go and check on him and see if he's alright.
That's some sportsmanship, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm positive I've seen that in one of the videos.
So there you go, Juddy is bang on.
Here we go, we're back in the game, folks.
Back in the game. Guy probably owed him 20 quid, says Bennett. He's calling in his debts.
I still think it would have been a better video if he'd gone and made a rude gesture.
Aye, but that's why I put it as an option, mate. Genuinely thought that would have been the best. But that's 2 points for Juddy, so he takes a share of the lead as things stand.
Okay.
We come to yourself, Sam. We've had number 5. Any other pick for you?
I'm gonna go stick to my roots. Number 4.
Number
Stay true to my
4.
roots.
So here's number 4 for you. Oh, you should get this. This is the easiest one. England, Belgium. Belgium have just scored.
Oh, classic.
Batshuayi has the ball in his
Batshuayi.
hands. Does he, A, kick the ball off the post and smack himself in the face? Does he, B, get a second booking for kicking the ball away in celebration? Or does he, C, miss the ball, kick the post and injure himself in the process?
The ball hits him in the face. Confident with that one.
And if that's not what happens, which of the other 2 you have in Goggsy?
Can I just say before this, I'm glad this came to an Englishman.
It was the third place
That's
playoff.
good
There was
sportsmanship
nothing
for
to play
Goggsy.
for anymore.
Sorry, I would have gone with A, but let's take C. Go on.
TC, which leaves Juddy with him getting sent off after booting the ball away. I'm not even going to talk over this one. I'm just going to let you enjoy it because
Oh,
I'm sure everyone remembers it.
one point.
It's so good. It's actually so good.
You must have known straight away this is going viral forever.
Like,
You know what I
literally, as soon as his head goes to his hands, he's probably thinking, oh, feck, I'm a meme for the rest of my career.
mean? I know.
Apparently, one of you had never seen it before, Dak. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. So, aye, that was the easiest one. I can tell you that. And Sam has retaken the lead because of it. Goggsy,
Days.
you're up. Give me a number, any number, that is not 4 or 5.
We'll go 1.
Number 1 for Goggsy, right. It's a penalty. Smacks it off the bar. What happens next?
Oh, I
See
know
that,
this
Juddy? That's hitting the bar, not going over the bar, mate. So thought I'd include that for you.
That's another tally mark on the board of how many penalty puns there's going to be this show.
Pay the penalty. So
one. I have a funny feeling about what happens here.
let's find out if he gets it. Because your first option is the ball comes down, hits the referee in the head and knocks him over. Second one, the ball comes down, spins and slowly bounces into the net for a goal. Or the third one, the ball comes down, the player hits it away in anger and knocks out the linesman.
I think the ball just bounces into the goal, and therefore it is a goal.
So that's B. Right, now that that's gone, Juddy, which the other 2 you having?
I'll go A.
A. Right, so hitting the referee in the heat and knocking him over, which means Sam's left with hitting away in anger, knocking at the linesman.
That's fine. I reckon Goggsy's got the point. I think I've seen this one before as well.
I've seen it as well.
It looks like most of the chat know it. It's a raspberry, a penalty. Keeper goes off in celebration. The boys
Unsavable.
horrendously upset then realises.
He looks like he's missed the bus.
He goes down praying afterwards. So good. It's just the way the keeper comes back going, oh.
He points it anyway. There we go.
I'm going to try that next penalty challenge.
There you go. That's your mission, mate. Your mission is to get one of those in. But 3 right answers. That's a first. So we
Smashing
are
it.
on 4 for Juddy and Goggsy. Sam's still in the lead. On 6. You have 2, 3 or 6. Juddy, which one do you fancy?
I think I'll go 3, because that's how many penalties England missed in the final. Go with 3.
This is my favourite one. Right.
Question of Twitch Sports Bingo there. We've had England's penalty. We've had head tennis. We've had Juddy's penalties as well.
I'm going to
Right,
show you
Ed,
this
read
one
the
again
Goggsy.
because it is a short one. It is a high jump, right? See, a man's over the bar successfully, but he's not going to complete it successfully. One of 3 things is going to happen. Firstly, he hits the bar with his neck, choking himself and breaking the bar in the process. Second one, he hits the bar with his quote-unquote package.
Oh, it's got to be that.
Or the
It's
third
got-
one, he hits the bar with his foot when he's falling backwards, thinking he'd made the jump, and it's smacks him in the face when he lands.
It can't be his neck because he's too high up and he's travelling back. I mean, I'm going to say it's B, just simply for the fact that it's the funniest answer at the moment. I just have to go with that.
I've just seen something in the chat going B for disqualification. So if it's not that one, which one is it, Sam? Either of the
I'll
other two.
I'll go with C. That's the one where it ends up smashing him in the face, I think.
Yep.
I'll go with C.
Righty. So, I enjoyed this. Hopefully this doesn't get me banned under terms of service, but
Oh yes, that means I'm right, innit?
knocks the bar off with his adequate package.
I was going to say adequate.
You're going to get another one there. Too well hung to get over that bar. There's your zoom in.
I should go to the Olympics. I was an Olympic athlete. What happened? I was too well hung.
Why did he even use the pole? He could have just used his own.
Just at full mast. Over he goes.
Yeah.
From one pole to another.
So that's probably the best one we've had so far, to be fair. Juddy joins Sam in lead because of that power of the package. Which leaves us with number 2 and number 6. Sam, which one do you fancy?
I'll go with number 2.
Number 2. I think that was the most popular one in the chat we've had so far as well, I can see there. Right. The guy definitely showed that clip to every person he's ever chatted up. This is the other easy one. Usain Bolt at the Olympics, walking along, give you another look at it. Walking along after a race, saluting the crowd, but what happens after that? So, your options are: Bolt falls over a barrier after not looking where he's going. He catches a drink and drinks it when it's been thrown for the stands. Or the cameraman loses control of the Segway and takes him down.
Yeah, it's the geezer with the Segway. He lost his job after that, and that's his first and only time on a Segway, let's be honest.
So if it isn't that, Goggsy, which one you having? Catching a drink or falling over?
We'll go with the catching drink.
Catching a drink, right. Let's find out. So, as Sam rightly says, I'm pretty sure the guy loses his job here because that is the fastest man in the world that
There's
you've
one
just...
person in the world, yeah.
And he actually injures him a wee bit when you see him kind of limping away.
Oh no. Oh god.
He may be fast.
That is the worst.
Fast enough to get the way there.
Being in Beijing, I don't know if that man's ever been seen again ever since. But there you go. So
Been
Sam
wiped off the face of the earth.
Sam keeps the lead. She's got every single one right so far.
Smashing it.
No
Apart from-
pressure.
I think there's
Goggsy.
one at the start. Had to get that one out of the way, and then
Hope he's insured. I don't know if he was Squid Chat session. But everyone got that in the chat as well. I've maybe made this a bit too easy this week. Let's find out. Goggsy, your shot.
Come on, dogs, you get it.
We're finishing with a race.
Oh no.
Tired, just careering down the track. And here comes a line of cars. And it cuts off about there. Right. So, your options for this are: 1, the tyre causes a spectacular pile-up when it hits into a car. B, the tyre smashes a windscreen after bouncing off another car. Or C, it somehow misses all the traffic, flips and lands on top of the tyre barrier.
Can you run through the options again, please?
I can, yeah. So the first one is the tyre causes a massive pile-up of motors. Second one, it smashes a windscreen after bouncing off another car. Or C, it somehow misses all the traffic, flips and lands on top of a tyre barrier.
Right, I've got no idea here. So, but going by the fact it was just passively rolling by, carry on with its day, I'm going to go with C because I didn't see anything happening there.
Okay. So C is a pick, which leaves Juddy with causing a pile up or smashing a windscreen.
Causing a pile up.
Causing a pile up.
But I think Goggsy's got it.
Right, so let's find out.
Gogsy's got it, yeah.
Is it going to be a clean sweep? Tyre actually comes off that car, by the way, at the very start. That car is just parked up. I think I hear it shows you a driver going, what? This is brilliant, by the way. I love this. So here come all the motors. It's a long one.
It's just because everyone's just thinking, oh, that's going to cause a pile-up.
I had to take out the commentary because there's a bit of effing and blinding in it, but basically the commentators are saying that. But no, somehow misses all the cars, bounces up, does a flip, beautifully lands on top of the tyre barrier.
That's
Yes!
unreal.
So
There
good.
we go.
To the point the cameraman forgets about the race and just zooms in on it. So a clean sweep.
Doesn't happen every day, that, does it?
A clean sweep, what happens next doesn't happen every day either. That's outstanding stuff. So we've still got Juddy on 6, we've still got Goggsy on 6, but Sam maintains his lead on 8 points.
Can't get beat by him again.
It's
Just cannot happen.
Quiz is coming home, it's coming home.
This is where it's going to start winding up. Right, the third round is where things change though, because the third round is where you guys start having an influence. This is Ask the Audience.
There's all the goat gang that need their help.
And as always, we ask the audience, there are 3 questions. These guys need to predict what you are going to answer. So there's a bit of a twist in it. They're hive-minding this. So I'm going to give you a question with 4 possible options, and you guys need to predict what the chat are going to vote for. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
And we're going to start with the most controversial one. The one that can be rigged. So you can use your channel points to put extra votes in, you can use bits to put extra votes in, and it's going to be a weekly staple of this. Who wins in a fight of the 4 people on this stream right now? You've got me, you've got Juddy, you've got Sam, and you've got Goggsy. Who wins a dust-up? And I'll let Juddy go first. Who do you reckon the chat are going to say who wins a fight?
I think they'll have to say me simply for my stature. 6'3", 18 stone. A man now.
You're
Has
never
to be
6'3".
Hello, can you see me up here?
Aye, your camera's down there.
See before streaming, I used to be the guy in the green giant sweet corn. That was my job before streaming and that.
Shrek. So, is that a confirmed answer? You're choosing yourself?
Yeah.
Right, Juddy's gone all in. Ellie says she has seen you punch your chair, so that's a start.
Oh yeah, we do the left hook from my channel put that. I was looking at my boxing gloves there, actually, they're over there somewhere.
So, Sam, out of us 4, who wins in a fight? Who's the chat going to say wins in a fight?
I honestly think they'll say Juddy. Can I say Juddy as well? Because it'd obviously be him. I don't think me and Goggsy have got much of a chance, to be honest.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you're forgetting the main man
I
here as well,
reckon
to be fair.
Royal Rumble, me and Goggsy would be on the floor first off, getting absolutely battered, and then it would be a slugfest between Mozza and Juddy. But I think Juddy's got just a bit of a meaner streak in him than you, Mozza, and he might, bite a bit or go for something a bit dodgy. So I reckon Juddy's got the win all day long.
Juddy would fight dirty. I can see that. Now, that puts you in a wee bit of a pickle, Goggsy, because you can't pick Juddy, because the other 2 have.
That's fine,
So you need to pick one of the remaining 3. Who are you going with?
Well,
Back
the
yourself,
English
Goggsy.
hooligans. I'll go with Sam.
Going with Sam. So what's your
The
reasonings
English
there?
hooligans, I like that. I'm the least,
The English
the
hooligan
least
is...
hooligan-like person.
We're just going for the English hooligans line, right? Okay. Right, so I will set this poll up. Folks, you've got 60 seconds to put your votes in. The only 2 that are going to give out points are Juddy or Sam. So vote wisely. It is set up. I will let you get additional votes for either 10 bits or 1,000 channel points. Your 60 seconds start now. Right, and I'll keep you posted, but Juddy has taken an early lead. Look at Juddy just studying this poll here. Focus.
I'll just get my credit card out and put on 10,000 bits.
Bear in mind, rigging it doesn't always work, because Keg tried to rig it last week and it just failed miserably. So I'm appreciating the fact that a few of you voted me here. Yeah. So
Yeah, Mozza, I'd back you. I said you'd be second. I don't think there'd be much between you guys.
There's no second in our dirty fight. There's only one winner.
Is that a luck of the lips there?
It is going on, by the way. And
I think you're winning it. By the
yeah,
looks
there's
of things, mate.
a late push for the man himself.
Can't believe
It's in.
they're maintaining the Englishman's lead on the show here.
Can I just point out that Juddy tried to rig that poll and still failed?
I done one vote. I done one vote with channel points.
I appreciate the vote of support, folks. I am finally the winner of Who Wins a Fight poll. I'm made up with that. So no points. No points for our three after the first question. The next ones you can't rig, I'm afraid, which makes things a wee bit harder. So your second question. Oh, we've lost Sam.
We've lost Sam.
We'll get Sam back in. But
Does that mean there's a tie for first place now?
to come back at 0 points, aye?
You lose.
They're just
Lose.
negotiating if they're still on your
dropped out.
points here, Sam.
Sam, he was just saying you've half your points took off you.
See what I mean? They're already playing dirty. They'd fight dirty as well.
Talking of playing dirty, this question is a bit dirty.
I'm going to have no points left after this then.
Who?
Wi-Fi around here.
Who are the chat going to say is the most overrated football player? Your four options are Messi, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, or Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Oh, I thought it was going to be out of us, and I went, oh, here comes the penalty nonsense once again.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Is it me first again?
Aye, yeah.
Right. So what were the options again? Messi.
Messi, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, or Zlatan?
I think it's got to be Bruno Fernandes because he's not really won anything honour-wise yet, as such. Plus, everybody what's the meme Fernandes or whatever they call him. So I'm going to go Bruno Fernandes.
Can I just point out to Canio when Sam disappeared, when lost the scrap and rage quit? I love that. So,
Yeah, I'm going Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes is a pick for Juddy. Just a reminder, it's Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, or Zlatan are your options. Who are you going for, Sam?
There's no way that Messi, Ronaldo, or Zlatan, in my eyes, are overrated in the slightest. I think they are perfectly rated, unbelievable players. I'd have to say Bruno as well. That was straight away when it came up. I did think Bruno. I'm not just copying Juddy again, but
He has.
honestly,
He's
Bruno.
just keeping Juddy behind him, that's what it is.
He's grasping onto
I'm
that
a point
lead.
ahead, and I'm just going. Tactical.
To be fair, it's a
Nah, it's
dangerous
gotta be-
one,
it's
because
gotta
if
be
Goggsy
Bruno.
gets it right, he gets double points for a unique answer. So, Goggsy, you've got Messi, Cristiano, or you've got Zlatan.
Well, seeing as I get third choice, puts me in a bad situation, but I'm going to go with Zlatan because, I mean, Messi and Ronaldo are both absolutely unbelievable players, but Zlatan is in a world of his own as well, because there's no such talismanic figure that plays out and out forward for a nation. But because Bruno Fernandes is not there anymore, I'm going to say Zlatan.
The vote has been made, so if Zlatan comes in, Goggsy gets double points. If Bruno Fernandes comes in, Juddy and Sam split the points. Your 60 seconds starts now, folks. Fire away. And we'll keep an eye on it here as well. The question, Squidge, you'll be able to read it when you're voting in it anyway, don't worry. Jobby Juggler's saying, ask Sam first next time. Sam's in the lead, so he doesn't get that. Yet. If Goggsy gets this, he goes in the lead and Sam goes first next. So we'll keep an eye. Right, as it stands...
There's a lot riding on this point. This is a crucial point.
As it stands, it looks like Juddy and Sam are going to get it. Bruno's leading, but not by much.
Don't jinx it, Mozza, come on.
Oh. Is the host allowed to influence things?
Nah, Mozza's jinx.
I hate to say I might have jinxed it because it's 4-4.
Ooh.
So if you want to get a vote in, vote now. You've got 10 seconds to choose who wins this round. And time now. It was a tie between Bruno and Zlatan.
Right, we'll start it with a fight.
So in the event of a tie, the tiebreaker is who got the points first, and it was Bruno Fernandes, which means Juddy and Sam split the points.
Come on!
Sorry, Goggsy.
Sorry, Goggsy, but...
Dogsy?
Somehow. I said Goggsy.
Did he just call you Dogsy?
No, I said Goggsy. Someone Cliff it, I definitely said Goggsy.
I'm sure you just called him Dogsy.
Yeah, 100%.
That's filthy chat, by the way. Filthy stuff.
What's the scores now then?
So the scores on the doors: Juddy is on 7, Sam is on 9, Goggsy is on 6. Going into the final Ask the Audience question, so it's still very tight. And this time Goggsy's going first. So this is his big chance to come back at it. Your third question is this: the best name of a Scottish non-league club. That's can be for any reason, but out of these 4, which has got the best name? Gallifreydine Rovers, Burnt Island Shipyards, Inverurie Local Works, or Civil Service Strollers.
Do I get a bonus point for saying Broomhill?
They're not in the poll, but I'll maybe give you a bonus if you suck up enough, aye?
I'm gonna say Inverurie Local Works.
Inverurie Local Works is a pick. So we go now to Juddy, who's in second place.
Has to be Burnt Island Shipyard.
Oh, it's a different one, Burnt Island, right?
Aye.
Sam, any thoughts?
Don't say the same ones.
He really wants to say Burnt Island, look at him.
I think we'll all go different this time. I'm going Gallifreydine Rovers, my boys. Been there before for a game. Love them. Neat little
Gallifreydine
stadium.
is all unique answers, which means it's going to be double points.
Gallifreydine. I'm going different. Gallifreydine Rovers. What a name. You can't beat that.
To be fair, it is 4 cracking names picked on purpose. Which technically means I'm left with the remaining one, doesn't it?
What was the one we didn't pick? What was the one we didn't pick?
Civil Service Strollers was the one you didn't pick.
That's right.
So,
Burnt Island, surely. Come on.
I just need to remember who picked what.
It's the
Burnt
Rovers.
Island was Juddy, Inverurie Locals was Goggsy, and Gala was Sam. Again, folks, you have 60 seconds, and your time starts now. Fire away, get your votes in. Disappointed Keith wasn't an option. Keith actually used to have a manager last season called Keith
Yeah.
as well, which
That's the worst name in non-league.
I quite liked going up to Keith when I was up in Aberdeen, to be fair. So yeah,
Oh,
I
it
should
had to be
actually.
done. It's like Arsenal and Arsene Wenger. It's the Highland equivalent.
The best one was in Germany though. Wolfsburg had Wolfgang Wolf as their manager at one point.
Oh, yeah.
How do you use points? You don't in this one, Squidge. It's only the first one you can rig, I'm afraid. The fighting one's the ones how you rig it. Is that DeCanio saying that dog's just how you pronounce Gog? Right, okay. he was searching for doggo box and got all sorts of dodgy searches. Is Juddy bottled any questions? We just bottled that one because Goggsy's won it. Inverurie Local Works is the winner of the poll, which makes things very, very interesting.
Have I went from first to last?
Somebody in the chat literally just said, have you bottled anything? And you have gone from first to last after round 3. But it is tight. So the scores in the doors: Juddy's on 7, Goggsy's on 8, Sam is still on the lead, but he's on 9.
7, 8, 9. I was 6 scared.
Eddie is loving this, by the way. He's absolutely loving the bottle job.
It's going to be in Istanbul, I can feel it. It's half time, three rounds in, so
Still plenty of time.
come back.
Still plenty of time. Before we get into the next round, though, I'm going to quickly kind of double check these in terms of what's going on with your YouTubes, where you're heading vlog wise. Give us an idea, Juddy. You might be going to Greenock next up.
I might be going to Greenock Morton on Saturday, and then hopefully we're going to try and do some of the bigger clubs like the SPL clubs, and just do the kind of access only there stuff. But yeah, that's it.
He's been working on his penalties, he assures me.
I have indeed, and they're getting better.
It goes without saying, folks, when we're chatting about this, make sure you're subscribed to all three of these boys as well. Cracking matchday vlogs and all sorts of different content on YouTube as well. Sam next, who you love a bit of non-league, don't you, mate? Where are you heading next?
I do. The non-league's the best. But I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. I've got a few things. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow, let alone like at the weekend. So I'm like just working like day by day at the moment. But yeah, I've got a lot going on. Footy adventures on YouTube. I'm going to be doing loads of stuff in Scotland and England this year. Some of the bigger stadium tours up and down the country. Hopefully do the big ones in London and Manchester and Liverpool, as well as continuing with all the Scottish content. Some of those clubs that you mentioned then, the civil service strollers and the really local works, they're the ones that get me excited. So a lot more of them coming up. Love them. You can't beat them, honestly. They're the best.
Non-league's where it's at. By the way, Dak, thank you so much for the sub as well. Really appreciate it. Bazza's suggesting Clyde, because I've seen a few Clyde badges pop in the chat there. Jock is not happy about Juddy going to Morton.
I think they're playing Clyde on Saturday.
They're playing Clyde.
Yeah, they're playing Clyde. So I'm definitely going to do Clyde as well.
Well, you've seen the Bully Way regardless of you. If anyone else wants to come and see Clyde, they're playing Broomhill in the Cup soon as well. Head along.
Is that at home?
It is at Broomhill. Well, Alloa, technically. Daniel, thank you very much for the sub as well, mate. Much appreciated. And Bad Lip Z gifted Ellie a sub. Thanks very much, folks. Appreciate it. This is the first time I've actually had a bit of chill, so I'm making the most of it before these guys go at each other's throats in the final rounds. Goggsy, you have a vlog, I'm assuming, for last night?
Yeah, I'm literally going to be pressing publish as soon as we go off air. So it's like when Eminem had all these diss tracks just ready to drop. Where I'm just waiting for all the comments from everyone that doesn't support Motherwell. But
you'll never have a better chance to throw some abuse at Goggsy, because Airdrie took them at the cleaners last night.
Sure did. I mean, that's a bit of an oxymoron, putting clean and Airdrie in the same sentence.
Very true, very true. I'm allowed to joke about that because I lived in Airdrie at one point, alright, so shut it, anyone that tries to give me grief. Got a wash when I moved away. Bye. Make sure all these get subscribed to each of these guys cracking content. I really enjoy Matchday vlogs, to be fair, so it's right up my street. They were friends before this. We'll soon find out if it stays that way, because we're about to move in to the second picture round. And instead, let me just bring this back up. Instead of name the team, it's named the city. And there is a slight twist with this. The Olympics are about to start.
Okay.
Behind these 6 numbers, you are going to find stadiums that have hosted the Olympics recently. Given that all you guys visit stadiums on a weekly basis, I thought it was a sensible way to do it. What I need from you is the country and the city. So we're going to start with Goggsy this time, because we're going opposites to where we went the first round, basically. Give me any number 1 to 6.
We'll go for number 4.
I've just seen a question in the chat, both summer and winter, but I think it's mainly Summer Olympics. See, right, number 4, and Blue Lou will come in. Right, so number 4 is that stadium there, but can you name the country and the city that hosted the Olympics in that stadium?
Goodness gracious
I think this is one of the harder ones.
That is a stinker, yeah.
That is awful.
It does look a wee bit like an NFL stadium. I can assure you it isn't.
Can I just say how much I hate stadiums that have running tracks around them?
Well, you're going to love this round, mate.
Oh, really?
It's the Olympics, they need running
Get
tracks.
them off my screen.
See when you say
Calvin
recently-
Beef one. Calvin Beef
when you
haven't hosted the Olympics, have they?
It's nothing but Central Park, is it?
When you say recently, how recently are we talking, Mozza? Is it like a time frame, or is it like a...
Within the last 20 years, these Olympics have been held at these stadia. They're all after the 90s.
I'm gonna explain my reasoning here. First thing I thought was something to do with America, but I realised it was America that hosted the '94 World Cup. So I'm gonna go to, because of Aussie rules, I think it's Sydney in Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how he's done it, but he's pulled it out of the bag. That is Sydney, Australia. Goggsy on fire. Gets 2 points because of the Aussie rules. You love to see it. There is a wee clue in most of them as well. So the main man jumps into the lead with that answer. You get a point for the country and a point for the city. He got both. Number 4 is gone, and we move to Sam, who's, for the first time tonight, lost a lead. So where are we going?
2.
Number 2. Eddie's accusing Goggsy of cheating. I saw a couple of people in the chat got it. DR got it. Who else did? Jobby Juggler got it as well. A few of you said America as well. And then just before I show you number 2, Z, thank you for another gifted sub, mate. Far too generous. Thank you very much.
Bad Lip Twitch gifted a tier 1 sub to Eddie Boy 18.
I just know his flag caps popped in. Ryan as well, saying big fan of the Swedish shirts. There's one Norwegian one. So that's your pick out. Ignore the Torquay lad. Right, number 2 is that, which is one of the easiest. Let me just bring you back to the kits first of all, right? But there you go.
One of the easiest.
One of the
Can you
easiest.
put it back up?
I guarantee you Juddy will steal this.
In the city and the...
Name the
And
country
it's
and
hosted
the
the
city.
Summer Olympics, you say?
Yes. That's an iconic football stadium as well as an Olympic ground.
I think that might be Germany and Berlin.
1 out of 2 ain't bad. It is Germany. Juddy has a chance to steal for the city though.
No.
Right, I'm going to say it has to be. If it's not Berlin, it's got to be Munich, doesn't it?
It is the scene where Wraith Rovers at halftime led by Munich. It is indeed Munich. So Juddy steals a point as well.
Oh, fair play. Yeah, that's the Wraith Rovers. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm catching you, Sam. I'm catching
I'm happy
you.
with that. But
So
got a country, so I'm happy with that.
Sam joins Goggsy in the lead on 10 and Juddy is 2 behind. But that's still needed, that steal. Because it's now his pick. Let me get rid of
Really
Munich.
hot breath on my neck.
You've got 1, 3, 5 or 6, Juddy. Which one do you fancy?
I have to go number 5. It's done me well recently, so I'm going to go number 5. I think. Final answer.
Z, yeah, you're right. That is the one that wasn't in the 90s, but to be fair, it's Bayern Munich, so ground I thought it would be easy enough. Right, number 5. Probably the easiest.
Oh, that I think. Oh, is that Beijing? I'm not. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, do you know what? I came my head first. China, Beijing.
It's a 3-way tie at the top, ladies and gents.
Come on, we're back in it, lads.
Sam's left in anger
He's
again.
left again.
He can't handle it. He can't handle
Yes.
it. As soon as he's back on, we'll jump him back on, folks. But massive answer for Juddy. 10, 10, 10. as it stands. And we're back to Goggsy. So, let me very quickly just get that picture out the road. You get 1, 3 or 6 to pick for Goggsy.
We'll go with number 6.
Number 6. One of the harder ones, I'd argue.
I think I know this.
No way, I think that's Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Before I tell you, let's get Sam back in. Because Sam might be going for a steal
yes, I'm
here.
back in.
So,
Everyone thinks I've spat the dummy, but I haven't.
everyone thinks she spat it. Right, so Goggsy's answer was Rio de Janeiro, and that is incorrect.
Oh, what?
Is it Sam to steal?
It is Sam to steal first. So let me bring it back up for you. Have a look there, Sam. Country and city is what I need from you.
God.
People in the chat have got it.
I definitely know the country.
Am I allowed to say?
What are you thinking?
Moscow. Have they even done it? Moscow? No.
What's he going for? Russia,
They
Moscow?
hosted the Olympics.
The country is right, the city is not.
Yeah.
So Juddy's got a chance if he can name the city
Done it again.
to steal a point.
So what cities is there? There's. What did you say? Did you say Moscow?
Yeah, so it's not Moscow, it's somewhere else in Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it.
Oh, Goggsy's just realised, oh no. Absolute mayor. By the way, guys, thank you very much for the hype train. Much appreciated. Right, Juddy, you're getting a countdown, my man.
I'm stuck between 2.
Right, talk it through, let's hear it. What two are you stuck between?
I don't want to sound silly here. I think either St. Petersburg, which either that, you've got I just think saying the other one's a bit silly, but
Hey, what's the other one?
Sochi, St. Petersburg. I'm really stuck. Do you know what? I think I might just flip a coin or something. I'm going to flip a
It's
coin.
going to go down to a flippy a coin to see if he's going to get.
Right. Heads, it's St. Petersburg.
Right.
Tails. Tails. So Sochi. I think it's wrong though. I don't even. I don't know.
As luck would have it, the coin is in your favour, my man. It is Sochi.
Way, man. That's mad. I knew it was Russia, but I didn't know what one.
The luck of the coin flip, it is still very, very tight though. Juddy on 11, Sam on 11, who's just left us again.
Goggsy on 12.
And Goggsy on 10. So there's 1 point in it at the top. Sue Barker does not have a tinny. This is a very different show joke. I'm knocking back the tinnies tonight. Right, Sam is back. Let me get him back in. There he is. You having a few internet issues there, mate? Oh, he's just joined on these other. Right, there we go. I've got you now, mate.
Perfect. Yep, I'm back on. I've had to change Wi-Fi. Honestly, I'm just going to hotspot now. This is a
No
joke.
worries.
Sorry, boys, but
Hey, you're looking fine
back.
now. Look, all good. Right, so you've came back just in time because it's your pick. Let's get back into these pictures.
days.
I will get rid of Sochi. You've got 1 or 3.
what numbers do we have left? 1 or 3. We'll go number 1, where I want to be.
Right, number 1 is that.
Hang on. Ooh.
So already somebody's got it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, that looks a lot like West Ham Stadium to me. London, England, or London, UK, whatever.
Juddy's in shambles because he is bang on. The easiest question of the round. And it fell to Sam
I've had some
just
easy
when he
picks.
needed
I've had some
it.
lucky
Can't
picks.
believe it. He said Forest Green. He said West Ham. He said,
Well, Juddy, pick better numbers, mate.
Luck of the draw, innit?
I know. Right.
So it comes to the final one. It is number 3 that's left for you, my man.
Cool.
And behind number
I'm really-
3,
I'm really-
the final picture is that.
Right. Right, let's not get too into here.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Well, Brazil hasn't been said, so I'm leaning towards somewhere like there. Where it could be like, I'm trying to think of places that's had the Olympics.
No one's got it right in chat. I've seen a few guesses. Let me give you another look, folks.
I'm trying to think of places. Right, so where have we not? Where have we been so far? We've been to the UK, we've been to Russia, we've been to...
We've had UK, Russia, Germany, China.
So we've not had places like Greece, we've not had America, we've not had Korea, we've not had...
Someone
Just seems
has
to
got
me-
it right now in the
just
chat.
seems to me that if we go somewhere... Can I see the picture again, please?
You can indeed. Only one person has managed to get it right in chat so far.
Well, I'm on full screen because I've just been checking this.
Which means this is a pretty tough one, to be fair.
I'm stuck between Greece or Korea.
We're going to get another coin flip here.
No, I'm going to go with that. I just don't... I'm going to go Greece, Athens, final answer.
I don't know how he's done it. He's pulled it
I've
out of the
got it!
bag.
Yes! Come on!
It is AEK Athens Stadium now. It was the Athens Olympic Stadium. It got abandoned for a few years after they actually hosted the Olympics, and then AEK took it over. So,
I am sweating.
Christ, it feels to me like Mastermind than it does Question Sport now. Juddy's giving his attention. At the end of that round, Goggsy's on 10, so he's not out of it yet. Both Sam and Juddy lead the way jointly on 13 points apiece. And we're into a final round. If you've seen this before,
Around as well.
this is got all the makings of a cracker, right? So, make your case is the name of the final round. We will have a tiebreaker round afterwards, even if we don't need it, just for fun. But make your case is where I give you a statement. You have 60 seconds after I've told you what it is to argue for it, regardless of what it is. So it's defend the indefensible. You might know it as if you listen to Fight and Talk on the radio. There are 3 choices. Goggsy will go first because he's a man behind. Pick a number 1 to 3 and I'll tell you what you're going to tell us, what you're going to back us up with.
Okay. I'll go number... As I'm third, I'll go number 3.
Number 3 is a pick, right? So, just before we get into this, everyone that's watching, you will vote for the winner here. You're voting for the most convincing person, regardless of what they're arguing for, because I'm giving them absolute nonsense that they've got to try and justify here, right? Part of the fun and games. So, let me get my timer up. Goggsy, you have 60 seconds to tell us, and I quote, "Forget promotion and relegation. The top flights in UK League should only include the most supported club sides every year." Your time starts now.
First thing, imagine all the ticket sales you'll be making just by having the biggest supported clubs. For example, if you've got a team such as Rangers being relegated to the bottom tier of Scottish football, regardless, you would have them in the top flight, and you'll have 4 Old Firm games a season. If you've got, for example, that was my only point.
Ticket sales.
ticket sales. Also, you'll have fantastic documentaries on how bad a team played, but they still stayed up because of the massive support of the fans that they had.
I'm going to save you blushes time.
You know what you should have said? You should have said that you would do little vlogs in League 2 or whatever. That's all you had to say. You would have got away with that.
Yeah, up you.
I was so tempted to jump in when you were talking about Rangers getting relegated, and I was going, it wasn't a relegation, mate. But I held back. So
I don't care, man. To me, they were just put down.
that gives you a flavour of how tough this round is. It's a valiant effort for the first half, and then you kind of lost your way, I think.
Yeah.
Did bottle it a wee bit, big forehead, you're right. So that leaves Sam and Juddy. Sam next.
I'll go 2. There's 2 left?
2 is left. So, as with Goggsy, you have 60 seconds on the clock, and you are going to try and justify this, and I quote, "I like FIFA's ideas to modernise football. Let's see halves reduced to 30 minutes a pop and throw in some sin bins as well." Your time starts now.
100%. We need to get rid of 90-minute football. People have no attention spans anymore. We're scrolling through Instagram, we're scrolling through Twitter, we're here on Twitch right now. This quiz is less than a game of football. People cannot sit through 90 minutes. Extra time as well. Who wants extra time? We want penalties straight away after games. Scrap them all, go 30 minutes a half. It'll be so much more exciting. There'll be less time, so players will be trying to score. Imagine if they score, there'll be less time to get a goal back, so they'll go up the other end. It'll be way more entertaining. Be more like, you know how you've got test cricket, which is really boring. It'll actually be more like 2020 cricket, which is actually really fun. Quite a nice comparison there. So I'd absolutely say that 30-minute halves would be unbelievable. And also, you'd probably save about a third in ticket prices as well, because you're there for only 2/3 of the time as well. So all in all, I don't know how long. There we go.
I was a bit worried for the first 5 seconds, then you blasted through it, mate. That was a cracking effort.
Pulled it out of the bag.
I was thinking he's going to sit silently for half a minute here, oh God.
I wonder how he'll get on with throwing a cricket pun in them for all the Scottish viewers.
We'll soon find out. There's a lot of love in the chat for that attempt there as well, to be fair. And someone actually saying that it was a good idea. Whisper. Right, so, Juddy, it all comes down to this, my friend. You have 60 seconds to argue the following, and I quote, "Euro 2020 was way more fun than club football. Let's scrap normal club leagues and just play the Nations League as an actual league system." Your time starts now.
Yeah, the Euros was brilliant. Probably the most entertaining tournament we've had in a long time. Brought many people together. Look at Scotland, for instance, how the country came together for a tournament. I think we should scrap club football, get rid of the old firm, get rid of all the bitterness, and just get nations playing so we can sing "Yes Sir, I Can Boogie" non-stop. That's all I need to say.
He's even given up half a minute at a time as well. He's that confident. Decent effort, but will it be enough? Because ultimately, you've heard what the guys have all got to say. It now comes down to you. Who won that? He didn't fill the time. That could be a mistake. We'll soon find out.
It's hard to say what else I can write. It's such a silly statement. All three of them.
Didn't fill the time. Quite like the 30-minute halves. I have to defend.
There's always a way to tie it in.
There is.
So, this can be rigged. Again with channel points and bits. You are voting for who is the most convincing. Goggsy, Sam or Juddy. Your 2 minutes this time. Starts now. Get your votes in. And we'll see if these guys try to rig it themselves as well. I am going to put my vote in. I think Sam won.
Ooh, Mozza, that's huge. That's huge. The host, the referee is supposed to be impartial.
Well, not in this game. The referee's had a few tins of beer, so impartiality kind of went out the window a while ago. There's a bit of back and forth going in the chat though. It looks like it's Juddy or Sam as the picks. Goggsy's getting some votes as well, to be fair.
Oh, what?
Aye.
Gogsy.
Don't know if it's pity votes or not, but you're getting some votes.
I feel like Bob Sterling independent. Okay.
We are about halfway through the time, 1 minute remaining. So, just to give you a lowdown on how this works, the winner gets 5 points, second place gets 3 points, and final place gets 1 solitary point. So, Goggsy technically can't win it, but he can come second.
Am I saying this right? I've got 50% of the votes.
Someone really wants Goggsy to win.
Go on, run up the numbers for Gogsy.
See, when I said Goggsy can't win it, if he wins this vote, he technically can win it in a tiebreaker. Technically, any of these can win it, I think, if this goes the way it's going. Which gives us a belter of a tiebreaker as well. Bad jokes. Bad jokes has came in and splashed all his channel points on Goggsy. You love to see it.
I'll flip you the tenner later on. But
Oh,
yeah.
there's one in it. There's one vote in it. There's about 10 seconds.
Oh no.
It was looking like Goggsy was going to win it, but I'm not sure if he is now. Daniel never even heard Goggsy, but bugger, I'm going to vote.
I tried to get the comeback on in time, but it didn't work.
At
I just got 500
the,
bits.
the last minute, Sam has stolen it. Stolen it by 2%. By the way, Dak, thank you for the bits. Really appreciate that as well. There's bad jokes, 11,000 channel points. So, what that means at the end of this round, let me just tally up the scores again. I think we might have an out-and-out winner. Because Juddy only got 1 point. Right, as it stands right now, Goggsy is on 13. Juddy's on 14. Sam is on 18 points. Which means Goggsy can technically still win at the final tiebreaker. If Goggsy doesn't win this round, Sam wins. Simple as that. Juddy might want to think about that and play spoiler. We'll soon find out.
Can I not still win if I'm ahead of Goggsy though?
No. You're 5 points off. So the best you can do is finish level.
Finish level with.
But like you could get level with Sam, but Sam's guaranteed to get a point in the final round at worst. So you're going to finish at least a point behind them.
Okay.
Goggsy can still win them. So
Have I been mathematically made champion with the game in hand?
Not quite. Goggsy can get you in this final tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Because the tiebreaker is very similar. You're still going to have 60 seconds on the clock. You're not going to justify somebody else's statement though. You're simply going to tell us why you deserve to win. Right? So you're not voting on who's the most convincing now, folks. You're voting on who you want to win because of what they say right now. Any bribery is allowed. Any dirty tactics are allowed. You can by all means have a go at each other if you so wish. We'll start with the man who's last, Juddy. You can say to vote for yourself, or you can tell people to vote for somebody else.
But I can't. There's no way I can. But wait a minute. Just before we start, right? You said I was ahead of Goggsy on points, right?
No,
but
you're
I
not.
Can't.
Goggsy's ahead of you.
Oh, you said I was a point ahead of Goggsy.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
I got the wrong way
that's
round.
That's what I'm confused about.
I did.
I was on 4.
Right, sorry, that's my bad. Goggsy can't win it, Juddy can.
Right,
Sorry, Goggsy.
okay. So what you're saying is
Let's change the dynamic.
So I can win. Any bribery is allowed.
Yes.
Right, cool. Just give me one. Can I get 1 wee second? to
Well,
back up first?
Gogsy's going to go first because he's
Alright, okay.
sitting last. I feel bad. I've got his hopes up just to knock them down, just like Airdrie did the other night.
This is brilliant.
Goggsy screwed Goggsy. Mozza didn't screw Goggsy. Right.
He wouldn't be so lucky.
You have 60 seconds to tell people why they should either vote for you, vote for Sam, or vote for Juddy to win this thing. And your time starts now.
I'd like to start by saying let's vote against the establishment. No, but everyone vote for Juddy because it's coming in. We don't want England winning anything. So everyone vote for Juddy. What is Scotland? And thank you. Good night.
Is that literally all the argument? Just one to Scotland, vote for Juddy? The thing is, this chat is quite mixed between Scottish and English, you know. So it might not necessarily go as well as you think.
Are you hearing this slander of my glorious land?
Juddy is choking to get the shop.
No, I'm chilling tonight.
He used to get there before the 10 o'clock curfew. So,
You know the shop shut. Do you know the shop next to me shuts at 9 o'clock? How silly is that?
to sell drink?
The shop shut at 9. Aye, it sells drink. It shuts at 9.
Why is it shut at night?
Oh, weird. Motherwell.
Is it because you live there, right?
Aye.
He's gone in for the bucket run at 9:30 every night. So,
Oh, man.
you have 60 seconds, my man, to tell the people why you deserve to win this thing. And your time starts now.
I think I've pulled some good answers out the bag. However, I do need this. Sam beat me at head tennis, so I just need something to win. Plus, if we're going down the bribery route, if Sam bribes you with something, I've got a signed shirt here which I've not gave away yet. We'll do a signed shirt giveaway on Twitter. Wrexham, Dior Angus, if we win. If Sam bribes you, so if not, then no. But that's all I need to, like, there's nothing else to say. I just need to beat Sam. He beat me at head tennis. That's it.
That's not even real bribery, that's look what you could get, maybe.
Well, I can't just go, alright, out of the 10 people who vote, what we'll do is we'll cut it up into wee bits and send you.
Here's what you could have won.
The wee bill comes along the bottom of the screen.
So that was Juddy's attempt at bribery. We'll see if it works because it's now Sam's turn. And your 60 seconds start now.
I just want to point out, firstly, the shameless nature of the two votings in between, like both sides of me. We've had the xenophobia from Goggsy, and we've had bribery from Juddy, and I'm well in the lead and probably deserve the win based on the correct amount of answers that I've had. And if you know, we hated the Super League because it was bad for sporting integrity. If you lot watching have got any sporting integrity, you have to vote for me. Come on. Of the most right answers, the only Englishman on here, brave, my Wi-Fi's cut out a few times, I can barely hear anyone, and I'm still top of the pile, coming into the last round. Vote for me, you know you've got to do it, come on. My 60 seconds in yet? How many more have I got?
2. Time
2
is
seconds left.
gone.
Vote for me, come on! There we go.
That was an impassioned plea. Right, so, given that Sam's got a delay on the other end, clearly his audio as well, that was a good attempt. Let's ask the final question. Who wins? You've got Juddy, you've got Sam. I don't even think I should put Goggs in, that's given that he said didn't vote for him. But
I think Goggsy can win points wise anyway, is that how it works?
But there we go, you've got your votes. I technically forgot to include the fourth one, which is nobody, which is what I usually do, but we'll see.
So as things stand, Goggsy can't win, just to clear this up. Goggsy can't win.
Goggsy can't win.
I can win. Does there go a tiebreaker between me and Sam Faggot?
No, if you win this,
Right.
Sam would need to finish third in the voting. But if Sam comes second in the
I just want
vote,
to say as
Sam
well,
comes second in the vote and goes to a tiebreak.
that's basically how it works.
Right, so if people vote for me, we get another round out of it.
But he would also need to put Goggsy second.
the sporting integrity. Do what, vote for who you think should be the winner. You know what I mean? You can't play for pens or anything like that. You want to win in 90 minutes, don't you?
Yeah, maybe England would have won the Euros if they'd done that. Dave, thank you very much for the
that
resub.
is true.
We have 60 seconds left of this vote, and currently is Sam in the lead. Just putting that out there. If you want to have your say, get your votes in now. You've got 40 odd seconds left to change the course. But as it stands, Sam North is going to take the championship. It was a wee bit of a low blow, sorry, Doc.
This is massive. I'm more nervous now than I was when than I was when Rashford was stepping up.
Goggsy's just given up at this point. Look, that's the face of a defeated man. That's what he was looking like last night at 10 o'clock.
And last night as well. Hey, sorry, Goggsy. Actually, though.
Oh, sorry, Sky Plus One.
Shape, welcome in, how's things? I am basically going to call this here, I think, because it looks like the votes are tabbed and time is up. And our winner this evening is Mr. Sam North. Congratulations.
Thanks for the votes, everyone. It means a lot.
It is a fair and justified win, as much as the boys tried to get in the end. So, how does it feel to be the champ?
Feels pretty good. Obviously, being English, I haven't won a lot lately, so feels great. Feels amazing. Actually, I did win head tennis as well. Sorry, Juddy, to bring it up again, but that's 2 wins out of 2 now. I wonder what the next competition will be between us.
A boxing match.
Charity box match here, the first.
Yeah, you'd probably win that one.
Getting around for being too loud, whoops. So, all that
Only
remains
in the
for me,
competitions I know I can win.
all that remains for me to do then is basically tell people where they can find you, where they can subscribe as well, and I'll obviously thank you for coming on. So let's start with Sam, being the winner. Where can people find you on Twitter, YouTube and the like?
Is that me? Sorry, I think you just
Yeah.
cut out again.
Yeah, it's just
My audio. See, if it was an audio quiz, I'd have definitely lost. Yeah, if you wanna find me on YouTube, I'm Footy Adventures, and then Sam North on Twitter as well.
got you just in time for you cut out again, I think. Juddy, where can everyone find you, my friend?
Crying in a corner at no, you can find me on Twitter at Juddy19x, Twitch Juddy19x, and then on YouTube and Twitter we've got Juddy Talks, which is all football stuff. So, yeah.
Top man. And Goggsy, same to yourself.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Goggsy99. I'm literally about to upload my video of last night's disaster. So please give me some support. Donate £3 a month to my little fan near you. And we're nearly at 9,600 subscribers, so as close to 10,000 as we can get before the end of the season. That'd be fantastic.
Killing it, absolutely killing it, mate. But no, guys, Ollie, thank you very much for coming on. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you after, because it's going to look as if I'm cutting you off at this point. I'm not meaning to, it's just the way it works, right? So, thanks again for coming on, and we'll catch up with you in a wee bit.
Legend, thanks for having us.
Thank you.